So to start off with my video, I have decided to add a map of my tour. So you can see I start at Bodleian Library and then I move across to Radcliffe Camera and then slowly to Cattle Street and then the High Street. Here you can see that I'm slowly walking into the Bodleian Library. We can see that the building occupies a significant amount of space in the frame. It seems to have a strong presence and stands out amongst its surroundings. This could make it a focal point, drawing attention to itself. In terms of enclosure, the building appears to be surrounded by open space or other structures. This creates a sense of definition and separation. We can now see that I am moving towards Radcliffe Camera. We can see the enclosure looking out and we can see open spaces. We can also see a here and there. Walking through this entrance means you are going to be there. There is a change of levels between the entrance and bench area, adding some variation to the scene. The enclosure is created by walls and structures of the building. We can now see that I have entered Radcliffe Camera. We can see the occupied space of the building and the surrounding area. The building itself acts as an enclosure. We can see local points, deflection and open spaces. There is a change of levels between ground and the building, creating a sense of fluctuation. The composition of the picture provides a closure, framing the building within the shot. Moving on, I am heading to Cattle Street. We can see the occupied space of the city street where the person is riding their bike. The street acts as an enclosure defining the boundaries of this space. There is a change of levels between the street and the sidewalk, creating a sense of fluctuation. We can also see deflection, suggesting a further space exists at the end of this narrow walkway. The narrows are closeness of elevations. Next, I'm walking down the Oxford High Street. Here we can see the occupied space of the street with the bus and cars. Continuity is maintained through the flow of the street and arrangement of the vehicles. In terms of public-private, the street represents a public space, while the vehicles could be seen as private spaces. Here we can see a beautiful arched walkway that leads to the backyard of this landmark. The walkway creates an occupied space, drawing our attention towards it. It acts as an enclosure, defining the boundaries of the backyard area. The arched walkway becomes the focal point, capturing our gaze and guiding us towards the backyard. There is a change of levels between the walkway and the surrounding area, creating a sense of fluctuation and adding visual interest. As you can see, this is a vibrant and active scene, showcasing the liveliness of the city. The enclosure is created by the buildings lining the street, defining the boundaries of the space and giving a sense of structure and containment. It helps create a cohesive urban environment. The focal point of the picture could be the area where there is a concentration of people or a visually striking element that draws the eye. Here we can see that this is an occupied space, meaning it is free for the public to use. We can also see deflection and a grand vista.